Yo gamers, what's up? It's Gold Demon here, back with another Zinless video. Not sure why the camera is like washed out today, but either way, we have a new drip marketing for a character from Zinless. I believe it's Dialyn. I'm probably saying the name wrong. People make fun of me every time. Listen, dog, I'm dyslexic. All right, leave me alone. Anyways, let's take a look.
Meeting a new friend calls for good luck. Care to leave a 5-star review? Rep 2493, Dialyn! Happy to assist with your request.
I gotta say, I think it's hilarious that apparently Krampus, you know, the organization that's supposed to keep tops in check, right, is apparently filled with two little girls and a giant ass robot. Why? I don't know. But I will say, physical stunner, let's go. Been waiting for this for a long time. Nekomata and Billy gonna go crazy after this character. There is a lot of potential here for a physical stun character, and I'll be real, 100%. I hope she replaces Jufufu. Alright, listen, you can be mad at me for saying that, but after Jufufu released, two things came to mind. One, I liked her gameplay less than it looked, just because of how it feels to control her, and she doesn't have a quick assist. Her not having a quick assist activation really pisses me off when playing the characters that want to run her, because it just feels bad, right? It doesn't flow as well as other teams, and so that's what I'm hoping for. But again, there's potential elsewhere, right? They can do another aftershock stunner, right? Or they can do another just generic stunner. I think a generic stunner would be pretty good right now because, I mean, Vaughn is like, I wouldn't say Vaughn's kind of like a dead unit, like currently in the meta, because like right now what's happening, for at least some people, is that they're replacing Vaughn in the teams he ran with Yuzua, just because Yuzua is like, specifically for like Miyabi, Yuzua just does like way too much, like she's just broken, and while Vaughn is still good, he's primarily paired with Hugo currently in the meta, because again, the GOAT can be paired with her and get just as much benefit, so that could be interesting. I will say though, a dedicated physical stun might be better, because I mean, we don't have a physical attacker. maybe they can do something like crit vulnerability. I don't know if they want to go there. That'd just be really, well, RIP Caesar. Actually, speaking of which, we're getting a physical stunner. I think it's about time we just buff Caesar, bro. This is getting too much. How is it that Caesar is still this bad? Like, come on, Hoya. You have to drop something to the live stream. Like, hey, Caesar's getting buffed. This is just sad. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the possibilities of this character. Like, there could be a lot of potential here with another stunner. A niche stun is always good, right? It's always good to have one of those, because they can be powerful like Lighter. They can make her just lock to physical, or hell, even physical ether, something weird like that. Wait. Okay, don't buff Ether. Yishuan doesn't need another buff. She's already getting Lucia, which is going to make her arguably the strongest in the game. So like, don't buff Lucia, or don't buff Yishuan. But you get what I'm saying. Like, a niche stunner for physical specifically could be interesting. I would personally prefer a general stunner at something more like Qing Yi. But at the same time, that could potentially take Qing Yi's role. And then there's also Trigger, who's already in the general stun scenario, but more of a target focus on aftershocks. So her positioning as a stunner is going to be really weird in the current meta. But at the same time, it's like, what else is she going to do besides be like a Jufufu replacement, general stunner, or like hyper niche, right? Like, I don't think they're going to do anything else unless they want to make her like a DPS stunner, which could be interesting, honestly. Maybe that's what they do. Maybe she's a DPS stunner. I don't know. But yeah, as I said before, I am excited about these upcoming characters. I do actually fuck with the design. Glad they didn't make the voice as annoying as the other two recent characters, right? But yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Leave a 5-star review? Rep 2493, Dialyn!
yeah, I don't know, a little bit of goofy behavior going on here. Um, Pour one out for Caesar, I can tell you that, because she is rip bozo. You know what? I have to. Oh yeah, they talked about Vivian's outfit. Besides the point here, I do want to bring up though, since it's a video dedicated towards hating Caesar. I'm kidding. I love Caesar, but God, is her kit bad. We gotta point something out. I gotta do this, bro. Caesar's ultimate has literally, literally has to be the worst ability in the whole game. Uh, it's so bad. Okay, so whenever you use the ultimate, it does damage. But here's the thing: the days multiplier is worse than other units' ultimates. This is a stunner ultimate. Okay, let's take a look at Vaughn. Let me pull up Vaughn. Right, this is the crazy thing. So you saw that, right? That was a 400% days multiplier on her ultimate. All right, keep that in mind. Let's go look at Vaughn's here. 1,600. I just end the video right there. Hold on. It gets better. It's better. So if they have a shield, the days damage dealt is increased by 100%. Now I'm going to assume this is combat days, right? So theoretically, it should double this amount. $800 is still half of what Vaughn does. Oh my god, dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. I can't, bro. I can't. Why did they do this to see? I don't understand. And I know some people are gonna be like, oh, the miasma shield counts as a shield. It literally doesn't matter if it does or if it doesn't, because miasma clearing is based on the miasma clear reduction number, right? The final number right here, which has nothing to do with days values. I mentioned this in some other video. I'm gonna do a follow up to that one big video I had where we talk about this more. Right, that'll be in the future. But TLDR is that I got some things wrong, and it's actually based on this value that this website has finally got the data from and put on the website, so we can see it now and compare between the characters and whatnot. So yeah, it doesn't even help Caesar clear miasma faster. So yeah, oddly enough, Vaughn's number is lower. I'm assuming Hoyoverse had done something to make all the numbers comparable based on animation time. That's not really important. The important part is that Caesar's ultimate is just comically bad. It's because, like, here's the thing: if we're not including miasmic enemies, which as far as I know, it doesn't actually apply to. I probably should test it honestly. This this only works on the robots who put the shock shields on themselves. Right? The few enemies in the game that actually put shields on them. The robots who aren't weak to physical. I'm sorry, I can't. This is not the Dialyn video. This is becoming this Caesar's terrible video. But yeah, I don't know. I'll just I'll leave it at that. Tell me what you think of this character down below. Again, I'm a fan of her. I think there's some potential here, especially being a physical stunner. Krampus Compliance Authority, where the branches fall, judgment awaits. Yeah, apparently they're like the executioners, which, again, hilarious that it's just like two little girls and a giant robot. Like, that's crazy. All right, chatters, I told you before we look at this trip. What is the prediction? I said fire rupture. Nobody said anything else. So I will ask once again, what is your prediction for the Zinless trip? Besides looking at Monato and cooking. You don't play, so no clue. Wait, they didn't drip him with the art? Are we for real? I might have to go on the Twitter. Oh my god. Okay, they messed up the drip marketing. Crazy work. Unless this is gonna come later. But here it is. Hydro stun. Okay, bro, that's not even The colors are making me think physical, but also they don't give a fuck because this girl's cyan. Let's take a look here. Our goat, Robo Chad here. He is Fire Rupture. Wow, I'm so shocked that he's exactly what I thought he was gonna be. Buff Zenyatta. Oh boy, Giga Chat here. Where branches fall, judgment awaits. He is cool. They even have his orbs like going all over the place. Yeah. I want to see the full art. He's Fire Rupture. This is our Monato power creep. The Yi Xuan power creep. This Giga Chat over here. We're gonna be cooking with this. Alright. Again, I want to hear his voice, I want to see the art. But you know, he seems pretty cool. How dare you vile creatures tread upon the lands under my protection? Ooh, spooky. Spooky. Each one isn't fire though? Okay, and okay, and so Jufufu Dialyn, another unknown voice. Interesting. And Yi Sheng Guang. I don't know his surname, I'm probably butchering that. This is gonna be our upcoming character alongside Zhao. I think he's cool. This is the one I'm more excited for between the two of them, personally, because Fire Rupture sounds right up my alley. I am going to be investing into Monato, so we'll see how they compare. But the problem is running 2 Rupture agents. Yeah. There's not 2 Rupture supports. There's only 1 Rupture support, and I don't have Panda, and yeah, there's going to be a bit of a conflict there between the 2 parties. Where is the drip market? Do I have to go on the Twitter? Okay, hold on. We're going to go on the Twitter. All right, it is on the Twitter, so we can take a look here. I don't know why it wasn't on the other thing here. But yeah. The dude here, let's take a look.
Should fear or worry trouble you, just call my name. Name's Banyue. Time has taught me a thing or two. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's like really quiet for me. Hold on.
Should fear or worry trouble you, just call my name. Name's Banyue. Time has taught me a thing or two. It's a pleasure to meet you.
He sounds younger than I expected. Normally they do like a grizzled old robot guy, but yeah, I mean, solid. Again, curious to see what they do. But I don't think that character's gonna be a Rupture support, dog. What do you mean? She'll definitely be a Rupture DPS. She'll be like an electric Rupture. Wait, no. She's gonna be a physical attacker. Does he have a pipe? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Anyways, yeah, I have much less to say here because there is nothing at like him being Rupture attack or Rupture fire is there's less to talk about there than there is being a physical stunner, right? You know, shut up. Physical stunner, there's a lot more to talk about there, but he's just a Fire Rupture character. Really not much to talk about. Because I mean, that's just filling in another slot for Rupture, you know? The only thing is that he should be better than Monato, and Monato is already insane for a 4-star. So I would definitely look forward to this dude possibly being T0. I know it sounds crazy to say, but this random character might be our 3rd ever T0. It might actually happen. It might. Only because Monato is so good baseline. It's like a 4-star. But we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna sound kind of insane to be like, oh, he's T0, this random dude. Up there with Yishuan and the goat herself, right? But it's possible. The new Rupture support's very strong, and Lucia specifically, again, that new Rupture support is probably gonna make Yishuan better than the goat anyways, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Fire anomaly. Okay, Bernice is already dead. We don't have to like shoot her like 12 more times, okay? Like, come on. We get it. I don't know what that new girl is gonna be. Hopefully something interesting. Because definitely looks appealing character-wise. I think we can all agree there, right? But yeah.
Fear or worry trouble you, just call my name. Name's Banyue.
Banyue.
Taught me a thing or two.
Banyue. I'm gonna butcher that name, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Like, subscribe to me on Twitch, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm probably gonna fuse this with the other video, so it's gonna look a little weird, but yeah, defense agent. They're never releasing another defense agent at this point. Man.